All right, Shalom. First off, give all praise to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem, Makar, Kadash, double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS, salutes and honors to the elect, all the brothers across the four corners who are enduring in truth and sincerity, and the women and children who follow. So I wanted to do this video, as you can see, as a comparison video with on Game of Thrones. You have a warrior people, a tribe of people called the Darthraki, okay, but they're based off of Gadites. All right. Um, like I said this before, but I'll say it again. Game of Thrones is actually really a spiritual show when you know the truth and you know what to look for. But this is basically an outline of who the Darthraki are, what they stand for, and how people look at them, and how people look at the Gadites, because the Gadites are looked at as savages, as basically as base men with no morals, no ethics. They were just wild, stone cold killers and um, like I said, savages. But they were actually humble men. All right, they they obeyed the land Sabbath. They were I'm not gonna say they were righteous in the sense of they weren't raping and pillaging the land like Esau came and did, but because they were going off too as far as worship goes, but for the most part they were upstanding dudes, man. But with that, we're gonna just get to it and we're gonna break it down in the midst. I don't own any of this content, so just put that out there.
In minutes, but the rest of Essos wasn't so lucky. Out of the east swarmed the Darthraki, and there were no dragons to push them back. The Darthraki tide slammed first into the Sarnori, who called themselves the Tall Men, and whose ancient kingdom dominated the grasslands of Essos. The Tall Men at first scorned the Horse Lords as uncivilized barbarians, which they were. But Karl Mengo had united all of them into one Khalasar with one.
Like I said, man, they look at the Darthraki as what did he call them? Savages.
But Karl Mengo had united all of them into one Khalasar, who called themselves the Tall Men, and whose ancient kingdom dominated the grasslands of Essos. The Tall Men at first scorned the Horse Lords as uncivilized barbarians.
Uncivilized barbarians. That's what they call the natives, pretty much. Okay, but that's bullshit. When you even in the book, when you read the book, it talks about how they wore leather, like leather vests and nothing underneath, just like the natives wore. You know what I'm saying? They ride horses just like the natives did. I believe the natives got the horses from the white men pretty much, but for the most part, I'm just let it ride. I'm gonna let it ride.
Which they were. But Karl Mengo had united all of them into one Khalasar with one aim: to trample the world beneath their hooves and take other peoples as their herd. One by one, the cities of the Tall Men were overwhelmed. Still, they wouldn't unite against the Dothraki. Many didn't believe the tales of the rare survivors. No army could move so fast or strike so quickly. They didn't know that the Dothraki live in the saddle and have such command over their horses that they seem to have 4 legs, not 2. Where most archers fire from foot, the Dothraki fire from horseback. Or retreating, it makes no matter, they are just as deadly. But the
Yeah, and that's one thing that the natives are known for. Okay, just riding and shooting bow and arrows with pinpoint accuracy. Like I said, they got that from. I'm not gonna say they got it from the scriptures, but they pretty much did get it from the scriptures because they're talking about the Gadites, the Native Americans, the Reubenites, and half the tribe of Manasseh. Those were the warrior tribes, man. Those are the warrior tribes. That's why to the day, you have Reubenites so-called Seminole Indians, um, Native Americans who are the tribe of Gad, and have the tribe of Manasseh, which is Cubans. You know, they are warm-blooded people, man. You know, they like to fight.
Dothraki prefer close combat, howling for blood as they ride down their enemies with their arabs. And there were so many of them. When Karl Mango's son, Karl Moro, laid waste to the waterfall city of Sathar, renaming it the place of wailing children, the tall man finally realized their peril. Led by a high king, they assembled a great army to break the Khals once and for all, and met the Dothraki on what would ever after be known as the Field of Crows. The four Khals commanded almost 80,000 horsemen between them. The tall man had 100,000 foot soldiers, 10,000 armored riders, 10,000 light horsemen, and 6,000 scythe chariots. As battle was joined, the earth-shattering advance of the tall man's chariot smashed through the center of the Dothraki horde, the spinning blades on their wheels slicing through the legs of the Dothraki horses. When one Khal went down before them, cut to pieces and trampled, his Khalasar broke and fled. The chariots thundered after the fleeing horsemen, and the High King and his armored riders plunged in after them, followed by their foot soldiers waving their spears and screaming in victory. But it was a trap. The Dothraki were not fleeing, as the tall men realized when the horse lords suddenly turned their horses and unleashed a storm of arrows. Two more Khalasars swept down on the tall men's flanks, but another attacked them from the rear, cutting off their retreat. Completely encircled, the High King and his mighty hosts were destroyed. The tall man had stood for thousands of years. Now the crows feasted on their corpses, as the Dothraki...
You know, that's beautiful military tactician. Okay, so when you go back into history and you break it down, you hear about all the different war tactics that the different tribes did, and the U.S. military to this day, still use those those tacticians. Okay, those different what's the word I want to use? Those different methods in military. Okay, so it's like I said, there's nothing new under the sun. Everything that you see on TV, that you read in a book, it's probably from the scriptures, more than likely. Okay, it's scriptural based. All right, so with them basing it off of the Gadites, um, you know, who are the Gadites? The Gadites are the Native Americans. With them based off of the Native Americans, the Native Americans are the Gadites of the Bible. That's what I meant, Slakia. But I'm gonna play just a little bit more of it, and then I'm gonna get a couple scriptures.
Squabbled over their valuables. The common wisdom is that the Dothraki tide finally broke upon the spears of the Unsullied at Quohor, saving Essos from the Horse Lords. In truth, the days when the Dothraki could threaten the entire world had already passed. The great Khalasar forged by Karl Mango had splintered into a dozen hordes after the death of the last great Khal, and the riders had resumed their petty feuds. The grasslands of Essos are now called the Dothraki Sea, but no more nations drown in it. Still, the Dothraki priestesses, the Dosh Kalim, prophesied that one day the Dothraki will gather at Vais Dothrak, their holy capital, and unite once more under the greatest Khal of them all, the stallion who mounts the world.
Alright, now, if you listen, it said that they were one big tribe, okay? One big people under one man. And then they broke up into a dozen, 12, you know, different Khalasars or different tribes. But it's prophesied that one day they're all going to come together under one horse lord. Now, what does that tell you? What does that sound like? That sounds like the 12 tribes of Israel breaking up and then one day coming together under who? Under Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Man, this is you can't make this up, man. You know why you can't make it up? Because they didn't make it up. Because they went to the scriptures to get the story. That's why. So we're go to the scriptures and get a story real quick. This is Joshua chapter 1, verse 12. It says, and to the Reubenites, and to the Gadites, and to half of the tribe of Manasseh, spake Joshua, saying, remember the word which Moses, the servant of the Lord, commanded you, saying, the Lord of your power hath given you rest, and hath given you this land. Your wives, your little ones, and your cattle shall remain in the land which Moses gave you on this side Jordan, gave you this side of Jordan, but ye shall pass before your brethren armed, and all the mighty men of valor, all right, and help them until the Lord hath given your brethren rest, as he hath given you. It's like it, and they have possessed the land which Lord your power hath given them. Then ye shall return unto the land your possession, and enjoy it, which Moses the Lord's servant gave you on this side of Jordan, toward the sun rising. And they answered Joshua, saying, all thou that. What are you doing? Hold on. Slakia. It says, in the middle of verse 15, it says, which Moses the Lord's servant gave you on this side of Jordan, toward the sun rising. And they answered Joshua, saying, all that thou commandest us we will do, and whitherso thou sendest us we will go. So those were the original warriors. They were the warriors of Israel, the ones who took the land for the most part. Now the other tribe did have a part in it, and it just said that they had their land and they had to go help their brethren, because they was the real dudes. You know what I'm saying? The men of valor. But just wanted to make that comparison. Like I said, the scriptures is beautiful. Our people are beautiful. And Game of Thrones is a real good show. So check that out. Definitely stay in these scriptures. Read the stories of the mighty men of Israel. And with that being said, I give all praise. Let's call all to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Kadash, the bonus to the apostles and the elders of GMS, salutes and honors to the elect, all the brothers across the four corners who are enduring in truth and sincerity, and women and children who follow. Shalom.